I just opened my.
You know what? Maybe I did. Yeah, I did. Thank you. I appreciate that. It had it in my pocket. Thank you. Hi, everybody. We are in Animal Kingdom, and we are headed to Kilimanjaro Safaris. Sunflower Girl, welcome. Good afternoon. Welcome, everybody. So it's a 10-minute standby. I think we're going to be fine. Oh, the last one is at 5:15, so we're only going to get to ride this one time. $5:15 is when it closes. Wow, we made it just in time. I'm hoping for lots of animals. Dark, cloudy, and cool. I'm hoping for it to be amazing. Thank you for the hearts flowing on the screen. Thank you for tapping the screen, everybody. We're going on the safari. All right, here's where our line. Nick, hello, hello. I feel like everybody was rushing back for the safari. -5 in upstate. Warm vibes your way, friend. I am all over today, Nick. Well, since it rained, my thought was the safari might be super awesome with all the animals out. I love this late afternoon. 5:30, I think, is when they feed. So let's hope that the weather is bringing the animals out, and we're gonna see. I don't know. I just love this time of the day for the safari. Hey, Brooke, I made it. I made it. I'm going to try to ask for the last row.
If you have a stroller, unload the stroller.
As you move out into zone 2, please note the 4 circles at your feet in each row of the zone.
We're cruising.
Each row
I think I put it on my phone on the gimbal now. I was just trying to get here, which I'm so glad that I did. You can see the wind blowing.
As the group ahead of you boards the safari train,
I'm grabbing my gimbal, you guys, so that it's smooth on the ride.
the track for your safari will follow shortly.
It's not too bumpy.
Always remain seated during the safari.
we're going to try to go for row 9. Thank you for the peppers. If you are sad because you just left Disney, the only way to get over the Disney blues is to book another trip. Thank you for the chilies. I do appreciate the gifts, you guys. It's hot. It's hot, hot, hot here in Florida. It's not really. It's 54.
Bienvenidos a Kilimanjaro Safari. Para su seguridad, permanezcan sentados y mantengan las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo. Cuide a sus niños. Gracias. Jumbo, everyone. Welcome to Kilimanjaro Safari. Before you begin your trip, you should know that the Imperial Around Wildlife Reserve carries the road across the bay.
One, I was hoping if I could get row 9. I know there's a lot of people.
Oh, yeah. This week will be ready.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna go.
All right, let's let some of these people pass by. Row 9, I can turn and twist, and we can see extra things. And of course, thank you for, it's February. Happy February 3rd, everybody.
Bienvenidos a Kilimanjaro Safari. Para su seguridad, permanezcan sentados, mantengan las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo. Y cuide a sus niños. Gracias.
We are on the Kilimanjaro Safari, or attempting to go on the Kilimanjaro Safari. So, we're getting ready to ride the safari and see what animals are out. Okay, thank you. And I like being on the left-hand side, so we will be after this family.
For a safe and pleasant trip, you should be in good health and free from high blood pressure.
All right, I'm going to put the gimbal on now.
Or other conditions that could be aggravated by this adventure.
Asante Sana, Warren Asante Sana does mean thank you.
All right, and there we are, Flip.
Let's go.
Let's inside and remember to watch your children. Your transport will be arriving shortly. Asante Sana. Enjoy your adventure at Kilimanjaro Safari.
So we'll only be getting one ride in today. And then I'll be going home. There's our chariot. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe it won't be stopping.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safari. Before you begin your trip,
So this is the time to share, like, follow, all of the above, but definitely sharing the live. This is the time. I think we're going to have the row all to ourselves. All right, we'll see. I don't think that they will stop for us.
Donate to, and
So we'll be waiting for the next one. The safari is like 15 to 20 minutes. I think it's about 20 minutes. Nope, we're just getting on. We're just getting on.
Bienvenidos a Kilimanjaro
Let's
Safari.
see.
Para su seguridad, permanezcan sentados y mantengan
Emily,
las
thank you
manos,
for the follow.
brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo. Y cuide a sus niños. Gracias.
Johnny, thank you for the follow.
Jumbo, everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safari.
Where's our ride? Where's our chariot?
Know that the influence of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve
Franius, thank you for the follow. Erica, you're gonna love it. There are giraffes, so let's hope that they're out. So, like I said, I'm hoping that we're right before feeding, so all the animals should still be out.
Safari transport. Please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet and legs inside.
The chariot did get stuck.
Your transport will be arriving shortly. Asante Sana. Enjoy your adventure at Kilimanjaro Safari. Bienvenidos a Kilimanjaro Safari.
Thank you, everybody, for all the shares and tapping that screen. Thank you. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. I can see it.
Gracias.
Oh, it's coming.
Jumbo, everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safari.
My favorite animal to see is the hippo, Greta. She's not so little anymore, but when I used to see her about a year ago, she was the cutest thing ever. Alright, our chariot is here.
Hey everybody, friends, which does mean welcome, so welcome aboard. Please slide all the way in, fill in all that available space, find that best seat for you and your party. I do recommend any little ones to sit on the outside just so they can see some of those animals a little
We
better.
have the back row.
Find those final seats, we'll get moving here in just a moment.
Alright, this is awesome. So that's behind us.
For those sitting on the right hand side, just watch those hands towards feelings.
So I'll be able to be
close next to you.
all over the seat.
Asante Sana Warrior, which means thank you. Another thing we say here in Harambe is Twende, and Twende means let's go. Now, Jumbo, everyone, my name is Bella, and I'll be your safari guide today. Now, just as a safety reminder, make sure everyone's staying seated the entire time, keeping those hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the truck at all times. We are about to enter the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. This is the animals' home, so make sure you're not making any loud calls or noises towards them, like any kissing noises or whistling noises. We don't want to scare them away. And if you're having any conversations among yourselves, that's totally fine. Just make sure they're at a lower volume and not disturb the animals or the people around you. And it does get quite bumpy out there, so make sure you're holding on tight to those personal belongings. But we are entering the Little Ituri Forest here, and this forest is home to animals who use their natural camouflage to help them blend in with their surroundings. That helps protect them from predators. So as we make our way in, make sure you're looking around those trees and bushes to see if you can find anything like that okapi on the right-hand side there. That okapi does have those white stripes on its legs that allow for them to blend easily in with their environment. Now, a lot of people think that with those white stripes they look like zebras, but they're actually close relatives to the giraffe. The okapis and giraffes have a very similar skeletal structure, and they both also have a long prehensile tongue that allows for them to grab onto tree branches and leaves, just like a finger does, to help them get that food that they need. Their tongues are also even long enough where they can lick their own eyeball. It's pretty wild.
The rhinoceros.
So we are going to be passing these black rhinos on the left-hand side. There's one in the back over here and one kind of closer up to us in the front. Similarly to those okapis, these black rhinos have a prehensile upper lip that allows them to grab on that food that they need, just like this guy's doing right here. Unfortunately, there are less than 5,000 black rhinos left in the world due to poaching for their horns, and their horns are just made out of keratin, which is the same material that our nails and our hair are made out of. Now on the right hand side, there are going to be some bongos. They're these reddish antelope. Now bongos are called the ghosts of the forest because they're hardly ever seen. Researchers will even come here to do research on them because they're so hard to find in the wild. But both the males and the females will have those horns that angle backwards that allow for them to easily glide through underbrush. Tan antelope is going to be the greater kudu. The greater kudu is very tall, as you can see. They can be up to 55 inches at their shoulders. There's going to be another one on the left here. These greater kudus also have very large cupped ears that allow for them to use their hearing as their primary sense, unlike a lot of other animals like humans who use their sight as their primary sense. And these are going to be female greater kudus because they don't have those horns on their head. And just like those okapis, that bongo has a long prehensile tongue as well. But we are going to be heading over to the Safi River next, and here a lot of animals like to hang out near in the water. So as we make our way over, make sure you're looking to the water to see if you can find anything. I am seeing some pink-backed pelicans as we make our way down here. Now, pink-backed pelicans do get their name from the pink coloration of their skin that they get during mating season. And they are colonial nesters, which means 20 to 500 pairs of pelicans will nest together in one area. And both the males and the females will incubate their eggs together.
The hippos were back there in the back. So let's see.
On the left, there are going to be some Nile hippopotami. These hippos, there's one popping up right next to us to say hello.
Oh my gosh.
Sweet. These hippos do spend the majority of their time in the water to prevent themselves from overheating. And a group of hippos is called a bloat. But these hippos do like to sink down to the bottom of the water and walk along the bottom. And when it's time for them to come back up to the surface, they'll propel themselves on up. They can also swim around if they wanted to as well. But they can stay underwater for up to 8 minutes at a time. They usually come up to the surface at nighttime to graze. They are nocturnal. And when they come up to graze at night, they eat things such as water plants, grasses, and fruits. Coming up on the left-hand side, I do see some Nile crocodiles. And Nile crocodiles, on average, are about 11.5 feet long, and they can run speeds of up to 22 miles an hour. They get a bad reputation for being dangerous, but they are great parents. They're very family-oriented animals. Both the males and the females will roll their eggs around their mouths to help them hatch. And both those moms and dads get very protective over their eggs as well. The mothers even have a special pouch in their mouths they can put the baby crocodiles in, just in case there's any danger present. We are going to be leaving the forest and river ecosystem. We're going to head over to the savanna ecosystem next. And the savanna does have a lot of different plant life and different animal life than the forest and the river do, so as we make our way over, make sure you're looking around, see if you can notice any of those changes. I'm noticing one of those changes in plant life up ahead. This is going to be the baobab tree coming up on the right. Now the baobab tree is also called the upside down tree because its branches kind of look like its roots are up in the air. But it's also called the tree of life. Just like over in Discovery Island, this is the real tree of life. I think it's that nickname because it can store a lot of water inside of its trunk. Some animals like elephants will even rip off the bark of the baobab tree and poke holes into its trunk in order to get to that water inside of it, especially during periods of drought. We are making our way down to the savanna. The savanna is home to some of Africa's most famous animals, such as those giraffes, elephants, flamingos, cheetahs, lions, rhinos, and so many more. So hopefully we can find some of those famous animals as we make our way down here. Maybe we'll find some animals that you've never seen or never even heard of before either, so make sure you're looking around. On both sides of the truck, you never know what you're going to find. But there are going to be those Ankole cattle on the right-hand side. Now these cattle, as you can see, have very large horns on their head. Those horns can be up to 5 to 6 feet long. And it looks like they would weigh quite a bit since those horns are so large. But those horns have a honeycomb-like structure on the inside of them that allow for them to be a little bit lighter weight for the cattle. So their horns are usually about 15 pounds. On the left, I do see some spotted hyenas resting. There's going to be one in the den, definitely. There's one in the grass as well. But the hyenas do live in their own family classification. They're in their own family called Hyaenidae. There we go. There's one resting in the little grass over there. But they also live in a matriarchal society, which means that the females, the lowest ranking female will outrank the highest ranking male hyena in their society. And a lot of people think that they're just scavengers, but they also do their own hunting as well. And they are quite good at their hunting. And we are going to be passing through these large reddish-brown structures, and these are going to be termite mounds. Now, termite mounds are made of dirt, dung, and saliva, and as they sit in the hot savanna sun, they do solidify and become as hard as concrete. Now, some animals, like elephants, will even use these termite mounds as scratching posts. You can see they kind of shrink as we make our way through the savanna. But over time, those termite mounds will wear down from the elephants using them like scratching posts, and they'll become small enough where smaller animals like small antelope can use them as a lookout point. There are those Ankole cattle again on the right. They are one of 2 domesticated animals here on the reserve. They're also called the Watusi cattle, named after the people who domesticated them. And in some cultures, owning those cattle is a sign of wealth. And on the right-hand side, there are going to be some wildebeest with that Ankole cattle over here. Now, those wildebeest are the second largest group of herding animals, second to humans, which are the largest group. These wildebeest can be in herds of up to 1.5 million, and those herds can travel together for 500 to 1,000 miles. Now there are some pretty cool physical features about these wildebeests. They actually have one of my favorite animal facts. If you look at them, they have these dark brown stripes on their side, and those are not naturally occurring stripes, they're actually sweat stains. So as the wildebeest sweat, it gathers in their fur, creates those brown stripes on their side. They also have those horns that angle inwards, and that's because they do love to stampede. You can sometimes even see their stampedes from space, but they run really close together in their stampede, so their horns angle inwards so they're not poking each other in the side or in the head. So they are very thoughtful that way. Now there are going to be some Maasai giraffes coming up on the left-hand side along with an eland. Eland is going to be that tan antelope with them. They can be up to 6 feet tall at their shoulder. They are the tallest antelope. And despite their height, they can jump up to 8 feet in the air from a standing position. And there are going to be those Maasai giraffes on the left-hand side. Now Maasai giraffes you can identify with their markings. They have that jagged leaf edge pattern to their spots. A group of giraffes like we're seeing here is called a tower, which is very appropriate since they are the world's tallest animal, reaching heights of up to 18 to 20 feet. Even the newborn giraffes can be up to 6 feet tall when they're born. Those giraffes do spend the majority of their day eating. They can eat for up to 20 hours out of the day. They need a lot of food to get all that energy throughout those tall bodies that they have. They only need to rest for about 30 minutes out of the day, those giraffes. They take naps in small increments, and they usually sleep standing up just in case there's any predator nearby. They can lie down, but they do like to sleep standing up just in case. And just like those okapis, they have that long prehensile tongue, but their tongue can be up to 18 inches long, which is about the same length from the tip of your middle finger down to the tip of your elbow. Let me pass some more of those wildebeest, but there are going to be some African elephants over on the left-hand side. Now, these African elephants you can identify with their ear shape. They have very large ears that kind of look like the continent of Africa. Now, those trunks that those elephants have are pretty incredible. Does anyone have any guesses on how many muscles are in their trunk? Any guesses? 5? That's a good guess. It's a little bit off. They have about 40,000 muscles in their trunk. Pretty wild. So they can be precise enough to pick up a single blade of grass and pick up weights of more than 700 pounds. They can also store up to 5 gallons of water in their trunk and can drink up to 42 gallons each day. And their gestation period is also about 22 months, meaning they're pregnant for almost 2 years. But on the left-hand side, there are going to be that flamboyance of greater flamingos. A flamboyance is the name of a group of flamingos, and these are the greater flamingos, the lightest color pink flamingo in the flamingo family. They get that coloration of their feathers from the foods that they eat. They eat brine shrimp and crustaceans, which have beta-carotene in them, and beta-carotene is what turns their feathers pink. If you notice any of those flamingos with gray feathers, those are just younger flamingos. Flamingos hatch with gray feathers, and after they start to mature, after about a year or 2, those gray feathers will start to fall off. We are going to be making our way to another section of the savannah here. There's going to be one more of those another elephant over through the trees here. You notice that elephant does have some dirt up on its back, and that's because they have very sensitive skin. So they'll throw dirt and mud up on their backs as a form of natural sunblock. And that mud can help cool their skin down and also help protect them from insects and parasites. Keep making our way around here, see if we can find any other animal here. I do see these mud wallows in the center here, which means there could be some rhinos at some point. We'll have to keep on going so we can find them. They have very sensitive skin, just like those elephants, so they'll roll around that mud for that same reason, protect their skin from insects and parasites. We are approaching some big cat territory as well. We make our way through here, see if we can find any big cats around. I do see some cheetahs. They're going to be on this little area over here, kind of towards the left in the shade. But cheetahs are the world's fastest land animal. They can run speeds up to 70 miles an hour. They can go from 0 to 60 in up to 3 seconds and can hold that speed for the length of about 2 football fields. They're also the only cats without retractable claws. Their claws are out at all times, and they do use those claws like cleats to help them reach those top speeds of up to 70. They also have some black spots under their eyes called tears, and those tears help deflect the sun out of the cheetah's eyes. And so doing so, that helps protect them, just like how football players draw lines under their eyes.
The lions
But on
are out.
the left are going to be these Kopi rocks, and Kopi rocks are a rock formation that jut out of the savannah. And animals like these lions like to use these Kopi rocks as a place to rest and look over territory. That's going to be a female lion on the rock up here, and then there's that male lion with the mane. Now, the female lions do the majority of the hunting for the pride. The male lions can help out, but they do tend to stay back to look over territory and protect any lion cubs. You can identify that male lion with his mane. Is he roaring? Keep your ears out. Oh, yeah, he's making some roars if you want to listen. You can hear those roars from up to 5 miles away. But that male lion has that beautiful mane. You don't really get to hear the roars too often, so you guys are very lucky. But that mane can weigh up to 50 pounds and does get darker as he gets older. And if he looks familiar, that male lion was used as the model for the live-action Simba in the new Lion King movie. So you are looking at a little celebrity up there. Those lions can sleep for up to 16 to 20 hours out of the day as well. Now we are approaching these warthog burrows over on the left here. There are a few warthogs in the back left there. Now warthogs are a type of burrowing animal. And sometimes they like to borrow burrows from other animals like aardvarks to use as their own. They have 4 tusks total, 2 for burrowing and 2 for defense. And they will back into their burrows with their tusks out to make sure no other animal comes in with them. They get very protective. Now, there are 2 different types of animals on the right here. That small one with the horns is going to be a bontebok, and the other ones are going to be the waterbuck. As the waterbuck's name suggests, they do like to hang out near the water, so they have that shaggy coat that secretes a stinky oil that helps keep their coat waterproof so they can't hang out near the water. Those are going to be female waterbucks since they don't have any horns. And that bontebok is actually a relative of the wildebeest, and they were overhunted in the wild, so you can't really only find them on reserves like this one, but thanks to conservation efforts, their numbers have been able to rise lately. But on the right, there will also be some ostrich eggs. Those eggs are laid by ostriches, obviously, and ostriches do lay eggs just like chickens do, but their eggs do weigh about 3 to 4 pounds each, which might not seem like too much, but that's about the same weight as 2 dozen chicken eggs for that one ostrich egg. Those eggs are also incredibly strong. Any one of us on this truck right now could stand on top of those eggs, or even just one of them, and they would not break. Now, we are heading to kind of an outskirts section of the reserve. This is an area called Magadi Glen. The Magadi Glen is an area of conservation here on the reserve, and it's also home to this warden's post. But Magadi in Swahili does mean spring, which is, so Magadi Glen is very appropriately named with all the springs that are around here. But unfortunately, we are going to be leaving the reserve. We're going to head back to Harambe Village. But we did get to see some pretty amazing animals while we were out here. A lot of people wonder how they can help out some of the animals here when they're back at home, especially since most, if not all of these animals on the reserve are endangered or threatened in some way. So I do recommend doing your research, researching your favorite animal here on the reserve or your favorite animal in general, and see what conservation work is being done to help protect those animals in their habitats. Also make sure that you are reducing, reusing, and recycling whenever you can, wherever you go. One way you can even do that today is by recycling your park map when you're done with it. That will help ensure that those animals have a habitat they can use that natural camouflage in. And to help out our friends in the forest, like those bongos, okapis, greater kudus, and that black rhino, make sure that you are conserving the amount of paper that you're using and recycling that paper when you're done with it. That will help ensure those animals have a habitat they can use that natural camouflage in. It'll help out animals like those elephants and okapis that we saw, as well as primates. Make sure that you are recycling your electronics when you're done with them, such as those phones, tablets, and computers. A lot of handheld devices have an element called coltan in them, and coltan is mined in those elephant, okapi, and primate habitats. So the more that you're recycling those electronics when you're done with them, the more you're helping out those animals in their homes. You can also donate to the Disney Conservation Fund here at Disney's Animal Kingdom at any merchandise location. You can round up your total or make any dollar amount donation. Disney will match your donation dollar for dollar, penny for penny. You'll also get a cool button just like the one I'm wearing up here saying you're a Disney Conservation Hero. Now, make sure nothing fell out of your pockets on that bumpy ride. We are approaching the unloading docks, rather those personal belongings. But here in Harambe, we don't like to say goodbye because it's far too sad and far too final. So we do like to say Kwaherini, which means to go well. So Kwaherini, everyone, go well, go wild, and go make a difference out there in the world. Again, my name is Bella. It's been a pleasure being your safari guide. I hope you have a great rest of your day here at Disney's Animal Kingdom, wherever your adventure takes you next. Now for those sitting on the right-hand side, watch those hands, arms, feelings as those doors will be sliding open next to you. And watch your hidden step on your way out. Kwaherini, everyone, thank you so much for coming aboard. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you.
Bella was amazing. That was so good, you guys. We didn't see the white rhinos and the zebras. I feel like we missed those. But other than that, how wonderful was that safari? How are you doing?
Doing good.
Good.
Just be careful going through the park because your shoe's untied.
Thank you so much. You wanted me to look down, didn't you? Yes. Have a great day.
You too.
Jokesters here in the Animal Kingdom. All right, so Gorilla Falls is closed. That was one of the last safaris. The safari ended at 5:15 today. Okay, so Nick, you got the screen recording. I've never heard the lion roar, and I know it happened. I know people talk about it, but that was spectacular. I'm so happy that I came and we all got to see that together. That was amazing. I would love that, Nick. Yeah. Okay. So Rafiki's plant, all that is all closed now. So we'll take a walk through the park. We'll go this way. We'll look at the Tree of Life and I'll walk y'all to the front of the park. The lion was just saying hi. He was excited, like, oh my gosh, Janelle, you've been everywhere today and you made it here for me. I'll give you something today. So I don't know for Valentine's Day. I either want to do the elephant tour or the behind the scenes. I don't know which one. If you've been on either one of those tours and you could go on it again, which one would you go and take your significant other? Would you go elephants or behind the scenes? Behind the scenes, the elephants are behind the scenes. Behind the seeds is Living of the Land. You would do behind the seeds? Okay. Can I walk? I'm not going towards Pandora right now, unfortunately.
It's tough to be a bug.
Underneath the Tree of Life. Go right to the next bridge.
Seeds, SEEDS, behind the seeds. So it's Living of the Land. It's a Living of the Land tour in Epcot. Oh, Mike. Maybe that's what we'll do. Okay. I'll go check it. I have the key. I could send my assistant, and just so y'all know, my assistant is my husband. I've officially given him that title because I can't do it all. Well, behind the scenes, so I don't know what the elephant one is, Nick, but it is behind the scenes, but I'm saying behind the seeds. I don't know if it's not coming across. Behind the scenes at Living of the Land, or the elephant behind the scenes tour here in Animal Kingdom. You like that, Brooke? I came up with that like a week and a half ago because I was like, I need my assistant to do things for me while I'm gone. You would do the elephants? Okay. All right. It's so, look at the lights are on, you guys. Look at this area. This looks amazing. Like you could come and this would be a perfect spot to get married.
There's a bird right in the middle of the stage here.
Yeah.
A giant bird.
They only have
So the truck, I was trying to make it like, I know the behind the seats at Living at the Land is like $35, Nick. And I think the elephant one is like $35. So I was trying to keep it in like a budget so that we could go like maybe do dinner. I know you guys probably can't see the lights as well as I can, but this area is so pretty. I think you can do weddings at all the parks. But I like all the lights, and maybe the lights are on because it's cloudy. I have to get my picture up here, you guys, so y'all will be in the picture with me, but need to get that Animal Kingdom picture photo pass. And I see one and there is no line. Hey, Megan. Megan, I know I sent her the stuff. It's so awesome seeing the Tiana's place, the Tiana's food. Hey there.
Hi.
Can I get my picture?
You can.
Okay. All right.
There's someone else on there doing pictures too. Time for the magic show.
Okay.
This one, turn this way and go.
This way? Okay.
There you go.
I know I didn't make the same sound you did. Is it going to turn? Is it going to turn out?
It's optional. They won't hear it.
Okay, I was going to say, is it still going to turn out, right?
It should be Claw from Jungle Book.
Okay. Oh, really? Oh, then that's perfect.
It's a cool
Okay.
one.
All right. Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
You too. The magic shots. I know. So I did one in magic today, and it was the balloons again, and I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at holding the balloons and pretending like I'm flying away by myself. Hey, Brandon, if you're still here, hey, I know I didn't say hi on the safari, but hello, hello. So Megan and I went to all 4 parks, and we did the super zoom at every park, and it was a fun day. That was like our little Janelle and Megan like challenge, but that's what we did, was get every super zoom. 10 minutes was the wait for the safari, Brennan. That's what it said. I don't even know if we waited 10 minutes. So we are now headed towards the front of the park. All the lights are on. And I will be saying my goodbyes. We'll go to the Tree of Life, and I will say my goodbyes for the evening. If you want to know what we're doing when we're not live, Discord is the best way to follow me. The link is in the bio, so come hang out with us on Discord if you can. That's where we share all our lives when we're not on the live, and it's fun to get to hang out and see your friends when not in the live.
Oh, it's right here.
We are in Animal Kingdom, we are. Hello. So this is where I will say Swaharini. I appreciate the day, you guys. It's been amazing. Thank you for all of the support. I couldn't do it with each and every one without you guys. I couldn't. So thank you. I will keep everybody updated on Discord as to what my day will be tomorrow and Sunday. But we will be back at it at Magic Kingdom on Monday for sure. And that's it. That's all I have. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you again. Thank you to the mods. Thank you, thank you.